Sometimes, as Dr. King said, there are things worth dying for. And Dr. King said, if there's something in your life that's not worth dying for, then what are you living for? My little sister, 14 years old or 12, in Texas with a bikini, and the police knocked her to the ground, put their knee in her neck and in her back, was ready to shoot a young brother who wanted to step in. He should have stepped in. I don't want to be misunderstood, but if we won't fight to protect our women, we're not worthy of her or of the children that she produces for us. Our role as men is maintainers of our women, providers for our women and children, protectors of our family. Elijah Muhammad said, the woman is the earth out of which you produce your crop. What farmer would put a seed in the ground and not make a move to protect the crop that's coming? You kill the bugs, you kill the enemy that will eat your fruit or your tree or your crop. You kill the animal that will kill your herd. But you say, I forgive for the killer of our women and children. I think we need serious reconstruction of our thought processes. And I want to say to pastors, you must man up and stop preaching a doctrine that makes you a better slave.
Wow.
Stop it. And don't put your power, your cowardice on Jesus Christ. You misunderstand him totally.
But aren't you yourself the product
I
of an
absolutely
interracial
am.
marriage?
But it wasn't interracial marriage, sir. It was interracial rape. My mama was a black woman. My father was half white. So when you're on a plantation, you didn't tell the master you couldn't have a black woman. White men have always had access to the black woman, and because of that, lighter-skinned black men and women were fashioned out of that relationship. Today, well, that's a voluntary thing, but in those days, it was actually rape.
So if you yourself are the product of a family background which involved interracial mixing, why do you so oppose it today?
I just feel for the black woman. She's our woman that God gave us, and she's suffering. She's suffering from the lack of a man. Black women suffering from the lack of a real true father and a true husband in the house. We know how to make the babies, but we're very bad in taking care of our responsibility. I have a duty by black men to raise us up from that condition, to give black men and black women a chance to relate better to each other. And then if love comes into the picture across the racial lines, then we'll deal with that at that time. But it is not love today, it's more lust.
When you understand true religion and understand God, you can never abuse a female. If you really understand God, you will be reverent to the female. Listen to me carefully. I know they call those of us who preach reverent, but most of us are irreverent. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Excuse me, Reverend.
But the female should be revered more than a preacher. The Quran says, reverence the womb that bore you. Reverence the womb that bore you. Every female in this audience is responsible with her knowledge to fill this womb, to then cooperate with God when this womb is filled, to create life anew, pregnant with new possibilities. So when you see a woman pregnant, that's a reverential state. When you see the little girl that will grow to be a woman, she should be reverenced. You take care of your female. You don't destroy her. You don't abuse her. You don't misuse her. If we really understood the female, God would bless us to be a greater man and a greater servant. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, the best of you is he who is kindest to his mother and his wife. Now look, the prophet again said, heaven lies at the foot of mother. We started with a man, and I respectfully suggest to you that unless God comes and makes a man again, our women will continue to be the most unhappy and unfulfilled creatures on the earth. Our women are very unhappy. Our women are distraught. They're in deep pain. And many of our women have just given up, not only on men, but they've given up on themselves. They don't care anymore. They've had babies from different men. And no man is there to comfort them, to work for them and their children. And when a man meets a woman who may have had children, she's good looking. When he finds out she got other babies, he got other things to do. He don't mind laying with you, but he don't want responsibility. Huh? Now, brothers and sisters, if we want to stop the killing, we have to make a man again. But since we didn't make him in the beginning, only God made him, then only God can make you over again, black man. And you'll never be a man until you come back to the God who created you in the first place. Listen.